to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Big Papa ETJ, and we're at it again with another episode of Big E Plays, Final Fantasy XVI edition. We are jumping back into our last playthrough. I believe we are caught up with all the ether flood areas where I guess the major points of contact in this game. You've seen an uptick in the beast, so we kind of negated that for a while. We are heading back to Dalmil, heading to Canberra. We have Joshua joining our party now here, so we are squatted up here with the full crew, so I'm excited to see what that brings as far as Joshua being in the party as the Phoenix. So, but we're gonna jump into it and go on the other side. Nope. Yeah, we're gonna head to Canberra. Talk to Vivian.
What will it be today? How may I help you today? Here's the latest information I have.
So we do know that from Joshua's journey that Ultima wants something to do with Clive. We're still trying to figure out what that is. And of course I have fucking side quests, which again we can take care of as soon as I'm assuming it's going to ask us to go out. Like
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
3 side quests.
Blasted book with the sky. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it.
Sure.
I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing. Thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing and that awful stench, people wolf it down.
That was gross.
So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped?
Nope.
Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Okie dokie.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm.
Ugh.
That's one heck of a name, innit?
Ugh.
Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ugh.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one?
Like, I hate how this branches out.
Fine.
It rather than it being
We'll
a
go and speak to
straightforward
Hippocrates.
fucking conversation,
something.
it literally
If he does, I'll
branches
see if I can
out
find
to
your
like you
ingredients for
having
you.
9 conversations
that.
for a fucking
Lest we
side
forget,
quest.
You've got a reputation to uphold.
Like, it always branches out to 9 separate conversations, and by the end of it, like, you're already in another side quest on top of a fucking side quest.
Oh my God. Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing.
As you should.
She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Yeah, that's an opinion here. I think she chew my ass up proper chew me up.
Don't worry.
Yeah, that woman scares the absolute shit out of me.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
And you're
of course
absolutely lucky.
I'm sure
that
it's all
this
just a
woman
misunderstanding.
scares the absolute shit out of me.
Round and round the city clock, the wyvern chased the eagle. The birdie stopped to catch his breath. Down came the eagle.
Bro is entertaining a whole ass big bird.
Lady Karen, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto?
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating.
Yeah.
About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are ya? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
Good.
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dallimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocence, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
Okay.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Don't.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Yep.
Of course.
Yeah.
Good day.
Yes. Good day. And if they say why?
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dallimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, Right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
That's idiot. Like, why do I get dragged into these things? Like, this is part of the reason why I hate coming home. Because, partly because, like, it really turns into this for the next, like, 2 hours.
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared.
Sure.
Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sambricois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful.
Oh, God.
The descriptions of fried mortris never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortris is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sambricois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortris of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Nah.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
So we have like ways to go.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canville was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Okay. Or we can. We gotta go to Martha's Inn. Then we have to go to Martha's Inn, North Reach, so we can get the quest, the payback quest, and do the fucking menu book. Yeah, she's behind the thing.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone.
He was.
But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither.
Thank you.
That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
So should she take it or not? I should probably pull up the guide too, in case we have to find. I'm gonna pull up the thing just in case. Not that I need to. Hand of Hyporion. I wonder where those are. Sorry. Okay, yeah, because I found the chronolith trials. Like I found one in the Downmill Desert, but it wasn't activated at the time that I did. And then I accidentally found the Hand of Hyporion in the middle of East Budafuck nowhere. We got 2 quests here. So, and I really had all intentions of actually grinding story.
Nothing like a little unrest.
But this is partly why I've been hesitant to jump back in, because I knew I was going to sit here and get stuck doing side quests. I'm going to get stuck doing side quests, and the story stuff is going to take me maybe like an hour to do, which, you know, like that math don't math correctly, in my opinion, because you would think that
to the meadows then.
oh wow. Sweet.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with.
This is actually hard not with the dot. Yeah, it's so confusing when there's not a bunch of shit on here. Nice. Thought I had time to dodge that. That's one. And like then like there's no like payoff for like fighting
That's the
shit.
wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
I'm gonna truck pull my way out of here.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
So we still have payback.
Faster!
Better already.
You know what I'm like waiting for? Like a random, like, because we've kind of sent the world in a downward spiral, in a sense. Like I'm waiting for like something like random, like S tier like monsters to just like spawn out of nowhere. Like I'm just waiting for that, like outside of like the quest stuff.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
So
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive.
what do you mean?
I thought you might finally be warming to me.
Oh Lord.
Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it.
Whole lot of pain.
I don't know how it happened.
Whole lot of
whether
pain.
there was anything he could have done. But it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did.
Yep.
Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Greg will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.